My hair is being a pain in the ass today. Look at this. These little boys. Just, no matter what I do, they just keep coming back. You know what? Fine. I'll moist critical it today. Clearly my hair wants to do that. Wait, for that I need to take out an earbud. I'm not doing that part. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Today, I don't have much in mind to actually talk about. I mean, okay, I could talk a lot about the Nintendo Direct. The main thing with that is, as much as there was a lot of cool stuff in the Direct, there's not a huge amount I'm that terribly interested in. Like, obviously the Pokemon ZA stuff, yeah. It already having DLC announced, we kind of already knew it was coming, so at least they're being upfront about it. The fact that it seems like it's going to be day one DLC is a little disappointing, but we also, as far as I remember, we don't really know the price yet. It might already be on pre-order. I might be dumb. I haven't looked. I don't have the money right now, so it doesn't matter to me at the moment. But, you know. It really does depend on the price of the DLC. Like, if the DLC is like $5, that's gonna change my opinion on it a lot. At the moment, I'm just kind of meh. I'll probably still buy it. Like, of which I know there's going to be some people going, "You're the problem." Yeah, but I'm happy being the problem. Because I get to enjoy Pokemon. Like, why would I not want to enjoy one of my favorite game series of all time that has been releasing basically nothing but bangers recently? Like, I know there's a lot of people who would speak bad on Scarlet and Violet, but honestly, I'm gonna outright say it. Those people didn't play the game. They just didn't. And using the excuse of, well, it was a bit laggy in spots, so I didn't play it. Well, that's not an excuse to completely crap on the game. That is your prerogative. If the game was too laggy on your Switch, honestly, I do question things, because, like, I can only go off of anecdotes, both my own and other people's. But I played Scarlet, my ex played Violet, neither of us had any major performance issues. She did have a crash, but based on what she was telling me, she didn't have any major performance issues. I didn't have any at all. Having a total blast. Blah. Let's chat. Guess what I want to tell you. 1. You're fat. 2. I mean that. 3. There is no 3. 3. I need to shake trees. That's what. I just remembered. I still don't exactly know how that resource works. I scrolled the wrong way. I don't know if you just shake the same tree a lot, or if you have to shake different trees. I don't have many trees I can get to without flowers being in the way, and moving flowers is a bit of a pain in the butt in this game. So, you know. It's just kind of how it is. But like, yeah, sure, there were a couple moments of lower frame rate. It wasn't even, like, sub-20 frame rates, though. Like, I'm gonna be completely real. Yes, I can agree that was a bit unacceptable. Knowing how the game renders, and how the game was designed, it was unavoidable for the Switch itself. Which more or less just tells me the Switch 2 was probably in heavy development around the time that Scarlet and Violet were being also developed, and they were probably just developing the games for the Switch 2. That's mostly what it tells me. But also, like, if you didn't have everything rendered all around you, which is what caused the performance issues, the game would have lost some of its charm of having Pokemon actually still able to surprise you by coming bolting at you from out of nowhere. You know, they come at you from downtown and you're just in a battle now. You know? But it is entirely, you know, it's entirely someone's own decision whether they want to play a game that doesn't run at least 30 FPS. That is fair. If it was anything other than Pokemon, I probably wouldn't have played it. Duskwalker, feeling psyched, Nightshade, chat with me. Sometimes I get a craving for popcorn, and nothing, I mean nothing else will do. Ooh, what kind of popcorn? They're actually, I don't remember the flavor. I think it was actually a cotton candy-esque popcorn. I don't know if this was a thing anywhere other than Canada land. But, it was purple. I remember it. It was pretty good. But I've not seen it since I was a kid. But yeah, like, I wouldn't have played it. But I also wouldn't sit here and be like, the game was terrible. I would just simply say, yeah, it didn't run well enough for me to play it. Like, because I don't know if the game is terrible or not. I might say the game is badly optimized. And I would agree to a degree that Scarlet and Violet was badly optimized. That doesn't make it a terrible game. Bad gameplay is what makes it a terrible game. And it does not have bad gameplay. It does not have a bad story. It's the best entry in the Pokemon series. Welcome, Butterbean. Make yourself comfy, Snorty. Let's chat. So, I need to say something. You should know how great your sweatshirt looks on you. Aww. Yeah, color you go. I'm not wearing a football helmet. I'm... Aw, no, you deserve nice things. I'm not wearing the football helmet, though. It's not happening. I am no football player. Or fan. I don't do sports. Hey, Snake. Hey, Colonel. I like those threads. What chat? I'm off to patrol Astera, Colonel. I'm leaving that sector over there for you. I mean, thanks, man. Though, you should really do it. I trust your judgment. But, yeah, like... trying to think of other things from the Direct. Yoshi's Storybook, or whatever it was called. The new Yoshi's game. That looks adorable, and I love it, and the chat was annoying the ever-living crap out of me during that. Hello, Caroline. I was just recently admiring the jockey helmet in the magazine. Looks even better in person than it did in that ad, Tallnut. Does look like it would be very cute on you. Only the animals could wear hats. Nintendo, please make that happen. They don't need pants. Pants would kind of ruin a lot of their designs, but they should be able to wear hats. And dresses. Nothing. I love how it kind of just looks like I'm wearing pajamas, basically. Sable! So silly since I'm inside the shop all day, but sunny weather helps me work faster. Maybe I'm just making shorter sleeves. Nah, you're just working faster. You got long sleeves everywhere today. But, it is nice to see Dragon Quest continuing to get remasters. I know, there's someone I talked to on the 8-Bit Discord who would very much rather those games were like full action 3D games, like the Final Fantasy VII remakes. And I'm over here like, no, don't touch my Dragon Quest. Leave them alone. Leave my turn-based games alone. I like turn-based. And, like, that's something I can rantle about. The general consensus from the games industry right now... Hi, Simon. How's it going? Hey, fish. Hey, I wish you'd come and play with me. You keep asking it, man. It might come. There's a general consensus in the games industry right now that turn-based RPGs will fail. They won't sell well. Players don't like them. Monster Hunter Stories kind of flies in the face of that, don't you think? Given that is a really popular turn-based RPG. Pokemon flies in the face of that. I'm sorry, just a little bit preoccupied, Airmail. What you making? I'm making my specialty. It's veggie cookies. Ooh, that actually sounds really good. Ooh. That actually sounds good. I want to try that now. How would one make veggie cookies, though? That is the question that I wish for an answer to. Gonna have to figure that out. But, like, there's so many turn-based RPGs that are not only popular, but continue to grow in popularity as there's fewer in the market. That kind of goes to show that there is a market for turn-based RPGs. I think what these people in the games industry are wanting to say, but aren't... Serrano, you're kind of in the way. Could you... Is the demographic of basically 16 to 29 doesn't majorly want turn-based RPGs. Like, that's more or less what they're trying to say, I feel. Because, like, nah, people want them. It's just not really young folks. Though even then, like, I imagine they would probably want turn-based RPGs too, because they just tend to have amazing stories. If some would be made, targeted more towards them. Like, if you stop and think, like, why did Final Fantasy become popular? Well, it became popular because around its time, fantasy art, was popular. Zoops, great to see you. It's the latest. Ah, this weather rocks. I'll just lay out and enjoy the weather, Queen. Bubblegum KK! Like, that's basically why Final Fantasy succeeded, and Legend of Zelda, and basically every old fantasy genre game that's still going. Well, it's because that was popular at the time. These days, it definitely feels more modern style is what people want. They want things like Earthbound. A fantasy grounded in reality. I imagine if you were to sit a lot of people down to play Earthbound, they'd probably love the game. Turn-based combat and all. Especially once they figure out how to make the most use out of the turn-based combat. Because the fun thing with Earthbound, and no other game, I've not seen any other game do this. If, say, you have 200 health and you take 200 hit points of damage, you don't instantly die. Your HP starts ticking down rapidly. You have the chance, if you can get to that character, to do another action before they die. And that action could be healing yourself and preventing yourself from dying. Like, you're not just immediately knocked out. You have the chance to recover, and it's kind of cool. Like I said, I've not seen really any other game do that. I will say one thing from the Direct that looks neat, but I'm also about, is the new Fire Emblem. I kind of have fallen off of Fire Emblem thanks to Awakening and Fates. And then Three Houses being kind of a letdown. Because if you don't go into Three Houses knowing exactly how to recruit everybody, you can't. You're not allowed. And even then, you're still locked out of some characters, and that just feels bad. That's not how Fire Emblem works. Like, I'm fine replaying a chapter because I didn't figure out which character I needed to have with me to talk to so-and-so. What I'm not fine with is having to have an encyclopedia with me telling me exactly who to talk to and when and what I need to give them and how and, you know, all this stuff just to recruit everybody before you've even really got into playing the game. Because, like, if you don't go through all the actions, all the motions to recruit, say, someone from the Yellow House, if you're not the Yellow House, you just can't later. But if you go through all the motions, later on, you can. It's like, really? Just let me recruit people. Like, go back to how the older games worked with the custom character. Like, Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, New Mystery of the Emblem. I'm going to use it as the example because that's one of the games that allows you to have your custom character on the field. I think it was actually the first game to have your custom character right on the field. There's a lot of people who can be recruited if Marth talks to them, sure. Or your character. So if you don't want to risk Marth, you don't have to. You can move your character forward, who's the stronger character. But also, like, a lot of the times, a character will be recruitable by the person they need to be recruited by, and yourself. Because you're kind of the anomaly here. Like, it works. But then with Fates, nah. Now you need to already know how to get all the relations with everybody high enough that you can recruit them later if they're not already in your house. Which basically also means ignoring all of the characters in your own house. Like, the house you're supporting, that you've chosen to support, you've got to just ignore them. Because, like, you will have them. You don't need to worry about them. You're gonna have them. You need to worry about everybody who's not them. And it's so freaking annoying. Like, I just want to be able to recruit everybody. And it's gonna really depend on how this new Fire Emblem does recruitment as to whether I will like it or not. Because it sounds like they're doing 3 distinct factions again, basically. So if they do that same bullcrap again, I'm definitely not going to like it. Now, I've also not played the Fire Emblem game on the Switch. The other one on the Switch. I forget what it's called. The one with the multi-haired colored person as the protagonist. It's on my wish list on my Nintendo account, but I don't have the money for it, so I don't have it. I mean, technically I do have the money right now. I could transfer money from my savings account and buy it. I just don't wanna. To whoever found this, I found this DIY recipe written in my dream journal this morning. I don't remember writing it down. This seemed like a good way of passing my recipe idea. My recipe is yours to try now. Fauna Handicrafts Lover. I don't know why, I just like doing that voice. It's a fun voice to do. I think through other things in the Direct. There was the Poketopia game that looks like it would be rather fun. You basically play as a Ditto who's transformed into a person, and you're going around helping Pokemon with their problems. Building like a little Poke Village. It seems rather fun. It also looks like it's gonna potentially get really dark. Ugh, I have hiccups. And I say this because right at the beginning of the trailer, you see the Pokeball fall into the world. And then do little shakes. And then the Ditto pops out. The Ditto then looks over at a Pokedex. And this Pokedex has, like, blackish guck covering the face of a person. And then the Ditto transforms into that person. Now, Nintendo wouldn't put blood in their games. But they would put black guck where blood is supposed to be. That's where my brain has gone. And after Scarlet and Violet, I wouldn't doubt that. Like, they're clearly more willing to, while maintaining their E rating, push the Pokemon games in a darker tone. Like, for those who haven't played Scarlet and Violet and don't want spoiled, I'm gonna keep my finger up for this. When I put my finger down, I'm no longer spoiling things. And this won't take long. So, and here's your warning to mute or skip. You did 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, at the end of Scarlet and Violet, you find out that the professor that you've talked to throughout the game, whichever one it is, Churro or Sada, has been dead the whole time. Has been gored by a Pokemon. And you're actually talking to an android they made. Like, that's how Scarlet and Violet ended. Like, the professor's dead. You also had to deal with one of your partners, Arven, having his Pokemon is literally dying. And you need to help him save it. Like, that's your reasoning for helping him. So, you know, that's fun. Okay, spoilers are over now. Now, I got these fish. We do got an Ocean Sunfish. That's gonna like minus 5,000 from us. Red Snappers are worth a fair bit. King Salmon's actually only worth 2,000. I could swear it was worth more. 7,500 bells. 10,000. Boo. I was actually gonna say 10,000, but I'm like, nah, there's no way the Ocean Sunfish and Red Snapper are worth that much. Apparently they were. Trying to think if there's anything else to talk about new Mega Evolutions for ZA. Those will be pretty cool. Getting Mega Evolutions of the original X and Y starters. Mega Raichu, 2 versions. I'm curious how the 2 versions are going to work. Because there's an X and a Y version, and that's the DLC they announced. I'm kind of worried that what they're gonna do is an X DLC and a Y DLC. That would grind my gears a bit, and I might not buy them. But I also might still buy them. The main problem is I also want Kirby Air Riders, and both games are coming out around the same time. And I think I want Kirby Air Riders more. So I don't know. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I do thank you all very much for watching and listening to me ramble about the Nintendo Direct, the things I can remember from it that actually stuck with me. But yeah. Wait, no, we have... What am I doing ending things off before KK concert? I'm dumb. Call me dumb in the comments. You're not wrong. Rick, how did I... KK, I almost forgot about your concert, my man. I forgot to come and sit next to you yesterday. Well, not yesterday, last week. Unreal, like, out of sight. Thought you'd stop by, Steven. You in the mood for a tune? Yeah, I am. I'm just kind of in a hurry tonight. It's a problem. Request, little favorite. Leave it up to you, my man. And as always, if any of you guys have any requests, let me know. And first come, first serve. It'll be the next Saturday. Pop down next to Diva. Tuned up and ready to roll. No, KK Dub. KK Dub? Hopefully it's not dubstep. I don't like dubstep very much. It's just toasters farting. Like, I don't know why people enjoy that. I know this isn't. But, yeah, it's kind of other things to ramble about. Oh, jeez. This has a very lullaby-y feel, and it's making me tired. Oh, no. I have things I need to do tonight. It is very nice, though. But yeah, there's so many games I'm excited for, and this is why I tend to avoid Nintendo Directs and just game news in general. Is there's so many games I want, I can afford one of them. Like, that's where I'm at. I will be able to afford one. So, like... I think I'm gonna have to make it Kirby Air Riders. Because that's the game I'm most excited for. And, like... I just think that would be a pretty fun game to have. Especially where it has 100% more buttons! There's also another Direct for it coming up soon, so... You know. That'll be pretty nice. I suppose I should also briefly mention that there's going to be a Super Mario Galaxy movie. Why'd they bring Chris Pratt back? That was like the one voice actor choice that most people did not like, was Chris Pratt as Mario. Just being Chris Pratt. And here they are bringing him back. Way to listen to feedback, Nintendo. They rarely ever actually do, but... Yeah! Right on, man. They'll give you pockets of glance, slip you a boot of the show. I was like, unreal. Thanks for tuning your dial my direction. Yeah, Diva just wanted the show. I got mosquitoed. Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes. Alright, so now we got KK Dub. Hey, Velma! Yeah, this feels nice. Can't wait to hear our animals singing it. Well, let's come pop a squat next to KK, and that'll be it for today. Now, I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then.